Hi, everyone. Let me know if we're live because I actually cannot. Okay, this says live, so I think we are. Oh my gosh, I think we finally made it. My goodness. I am so sorry that I am so late. I had a whole technical issue that I haven't experienced before, and I could not figure out how to fix it, and I was kind of panicking at the same time, too. Oh my gosh, okay, people are saying, okay, hi everyone, I'm so sorry that I'm late. My gosh, and I'm still getting part of it set up over here, but hi, how are you? Happy Sunday, hope you're having a nice Sunday. How is your day? Oh my gosh, wow, that was a whole adventure. My camera was showing up like super stretched. I even took a photo because I was like, what is happening? I can't even totally tell on that photo, but it was very stretched, and I knew what was wrong, but I couldn't figure out how to fix it. Like, I don't know. So I ended up just having to scratch everything and start again, and that's okay. My gosh. But let me finish trying to log in here if I can. I don't understand how I'm logged in technically, or I'm not logged in. I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm sorry. I'm scatterbrained, you guys. Hello, how are you? How is everyone doing? Please let me know. I hope you're doing well. Okay, we are here because we're going to be doing our choice awards for the month of August, what was posted on YouTube in the month of August, which is always a fun time. Okay, this says to... Let's see. This is not happening. Always a fun time though, the Choice Awards. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But first, hello, welcome, and Peanut is here with us today. He's taking a little bit of a nap, but he's here. What have all of you been up to? Are you guys excited to watch the Emmys tonight? Is anybody going to watch the Emmys tonight? I'm very excited to watch it. I don't know. I really enjoy watching like an award show, but specifically like the Emmys, the Oscars, of course, and the Golden Globes. I enjoy it, even if it doesn't end up being like that good of a show or entertaining of a show. I look forward to it. Yeah, so I like never make any plans on an awards show evening or an Emmys evening. And I feel like this will be an interesting year. There's like a ton of big shows this year. A show. I look forward to it. Oh my gosh. Inception. Okay, that was from when I was trying to figure out what was going on. Okay. But I wanted to pull up some of the Emmy nominations again, and maybe we can even talk about some of it. Who y'all think are gonna win tonight? Like in the big categories and everything. Oh, wait a second! The Emmys are a week away, aren't they? I literally just looked at the date up on my computer. Oh yeah, VMAs are tonight. I don't think they're tonight, are they? The Emmys. Are they? Yeah, it's next week. Oh my gosh, I was so excited to watch the Emmys, y'all. I fully thought that was today. Wow, what is happening today, you guys? Yeah, VMAs are tonight. Oh, well, I guess I could watch the VMAs potentially. Oh man. What is in the air? I am just on a different wavelength today, apparently. Yes, so much Severance love at the Emmys next week, not this week, not today. That is definitely one of the things that I'm most excited for seeing like what they end up winning, because they're gonna win something. They have to. But I'm excited to see if they do and what they win. I feel like White Lotus is up for a lot of stuff and was another big show this year and might be a big contender as well, but I'm rooting for Severance. I really enjoyed this season of White Lotus as well, though, but we'll see. But I guess never mind. No reason to talk about that too much right now because, oops. Okay. Well, I guess this is just not going to... I was trying to log into this little like YouTube live control panel where I can see some stuff on the technical end, and it's not letting me log in, which is silly, but yeah, irrelevant to y'all though, so don't want to bore you with that. I've already bored you with being late. So anyway, our Choice Awards. There is some sort of award show today in the movie and TV space, and that is the Camilla's Choice Awards, I guess. So yeah, what was posted on my YouTube page in August is what we'll be giving out awards for today, and that includes Raiders of the Lost Ark, Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, and Schindler's List, and then of course Severance. Episodes 5 and 6 were specifically posted in this time period in the month of August on YouTube. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things eligible, but then it's kind of like 4 things at the same time, because I feel like the Kill Bills you can sort of lump into like one. It sort of just depends on what you're talking about. But obviously it's one big story, and then Severance is also one thing at the same time. But yeah, also let me know where y'all are tuning in from. I like to do this now in every live. It's always fun to hear where you all are in the world. Yeah, because sometimes it's not just, I mean, I'm in America, but sometimes we have a lot of people elsewhere and everything. Howdy, how do you know Addie? Addie and I went to college together. We were both musical theater majors. She was a year above me, but my sophomore year, her junior year, we were also roommates, and then we were the following year as well. So we were friends and roommates. Roommates for 2 years. Her junior and senior year, my sophomore and junior year. Okay. Ooh, we have some places. Copenhagen. I want to go to Copenhagen so bad. I've just heard that it's a beautiful place. I've heard that it's very bike heavy. So I don't know. I've heard that it's like a very walkable town or city, I should say. And it just sounds beautiful. Toronto, St. Louis, Missouri, Copenhagen, New York, Minnesota, Atlanta, Scotland, Germany, Canada, West Virginia, Southern California, Pittsburgh. Wow. Tons of different places. We are all over. That is cool. It is so cool to hear. Okay. Let me see. But yeah, what I listed earlier are what are up for awards right now. For this month, for what was posted in August. And then also let me know, drop in the chat if you are new to a live stream with me to one of our little awards shows. Let me know if this is your first time, or if it's not. Let me know either way. But if it is your first time, then let me tell you what the categories are that I give awards away for. So we have, in no particular order really, most quotable, tissue box movie, standout character, Your Shoelaces Are Untied, No Blinking, Best Worst Villain, Mr. Misunderstood, Favorite Ending, Camilla's Oscar, and Peanuts Pick. So, yeah, those are all of the different awards that we'll be giving out over the next couple of several minutes, the next hour or so. We also have, Giovanni was in Copenhagen last week. Can recommend. Okay. Very walk and bike friendly. We also have people tuning in from Isle of Man. That's in the UK, right? If I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I'm not mistaken. I certainly could be. Long Island, New York, Lithuania. Wow, cool. Okay. We have some people who are new to the streams. Yay! And some of the awards with more confusing names or less straightforward names. I'll explain what that award is when we get to it. You'll have to wait to hear what the tissues are for, I guess. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and start, I guess. I'll slowly go through the awards and everything, and then also throughout I'll be checking back in with y'all and everything like that. If you have any questions at any point, just for fun or whatever, I'll pop into the chat. I'll see what's going on and everything. And what else? Also, towards the end, I'm going to talk about some, at least, of what I'm thinking of watching this Halloween season. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's start with our first award here. I was trying to figure out how to do a poll on a live stream because I was thinking it could be fun, at least in the future. It might not happen today, but it could be fun for y'all to vote for what you think should get each award also, at least sometimes. But I don't know how to do that. So we'll wait on that. And maybe next time I'll do some more research and see how I could maybe do that. Cause I think it's a possible thing to do. I think that could be fun. But we'll start with most quotable. That's what I wrote down first. And again, just in case you're just joining, the options are Raiders of the Lost Ark, Kill Bill, Volumes 1 and 2, Severance, Episodes 5 and 6, and Schindler's List. So, most quotable, I feel like, for me, nothing stood out for sure, but I think Kill Bill. I think Kill Bill, like, both of them, honestly, are super quotable. I feel like there's some, I was looking earlier at some of the lines. Let me pull it up again. Let's see. Although there definitely also are some big quotable moments, memorable moments in Raiders of the Lost Ark as well. It's not the years, it's the mileage, I know is a pretty famous quote, I think. But Kill Bill just had more quotes that I really enjoyed, you know? I feel like from everyone, obviously the Bill opening line too, do you find me sadistic in this moment? This is my most masochistic or whatever. That's just a great moment. I feel like the bride, Beatrix, has a bunch of really good lines and whatnot. Anyway, I gave it to Kill Bill. Enough rambling. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Wi-Fi had problems for half an hour. How much have I missed? Well, don't you worry. You have not missed much because I also was very late, unfortunately, because I was having technical issues, so don't you worry about it. Snakes, why did it have to be snakes? That's honestly a good quote from Raiders of the Lost Ark, and a big one, a famous one, to my knowledge. Okay, next award is just a very easy one this month. Tissue Box Movie obviously goes to Schindler's List. I mean, there's just no question about it. Nothing else really even can compete for that award from our selection here. So, oh, Peanut. He's moving. Anytime he moves, I'm like, oh my gosh, my cat, so cute. So yeah, Tissue Box Movie goes to Schindler's List. And then our next award, along with doing the polls at some point, I have some homework for myself, maybe before the next live stream or so. But I also want to figure out how to do like some little sound effects, because I feel like it's so anticlimactic when I say like, this award goes to this movie, and then it's just crickets. So I think that could be cool too. You know, we need a little like yay or something. So yeah, maybe I can also figure out how to do that. That might be fun. Make this a little bit more entertaining for you all. Okay, we have a vote for Raiders of the Lost Ark for quotable, but okay. Next award is Standout Character. And again, just in case you're just hopping in or anything, we're talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark, Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, Severance Episodes 5 and 6, and Schindler's List. So all of these different movies that were posted on my YouTube in the month of August. And of all of those, this month, I'm giving the standout character to Marion from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Because this is like, especially because this weekend I've been editing the next Indiana Jones movie, The Temple of Doom. And I mean, not to spoil too much of my reaction, which is probably going to be posted tomorrow as long as all the copyright stuff works out, but not to spoil too much of it. But I mean, Marion is just such a better, counterpart to Indiana Jones than Willie Brown. Brown? Is that her last name is? Than Willie is in Temple of Doom. Yeah, it's been a little tough to edit her, so it made me appreciate Marion even more. So she's my standout character of all of our August movies and whatnot. Is Addie your sister? Because you should do more dual reactions. She's not my sister. It actually is funny though, and we don't even live in the same city. So I feel like if we lived in the same city, then it would definitely be a lot more possible to do reactions together more often. But we don't, and we're not sisters. And I don't think we look that alike. But we've gotten that before, like before we even ever did a reaction on the public internet together in college. One of our friends' dads fully thought that we were sisters throughout like a large portion of college, and then anytime he would talk to my friend, his daughter, he apparently would always ask like, how are the sisters, meaning me and Addie, and we are not sisters. I don't know. I feel like if anything, we maybe looked more alike in college because I used to have blonde hair, so my hair was a lot lighter, and I feel like in that way I looked a little bit more similar to Addie than maybe now. Like we both had light hair, and now anyway. But I just think it's always funny that I guess maybe we do and I just don't see it. Yes, Willie of Temple of Doom. I learned after I watched it and posted it on my Patreon like months ago now, but I remember somebody let me know that she and Steven Spielberg were actually married for a period of time. And I mean, I just hope that the actress is nothing like that character, because that character is rough. She is difficult. Kate Capshaw, that is the actress's character. Are you sure you're not sisters? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But who knows? What can't imagine you as a blonde. I mean, I was born blonde. I was born blonde. I was a blonde kid all my life until like college. I started getting highlights because my hair was getting darker. And then I kept, keeping it light. And then eventually I was just tired of it and I let my hair grow out. And yeah, apparently I'm not blonde anymore. So, I don't know, fun fact, I guess. But I was like very blonde as a kid. So, I don't know. Okay, let's move on to the next award, which is Your Shoelaces Are Untied. And that's just my really convoluted name for my award to the ending that, I enjoyed the least of whatever from the past month, movies or TV shows. And that can also apply to, I feel like it can also just mean like, are there loose ends? Were there things, things to be finished before the movie actually ended? So, a drum roll. This is where sound effects would be fun. I could do a drum roll. I could do a little crowd yay. I could do a crowd boo, I should figure out how to do that. I feel like that's got to be something that you could do. Anyway. Your Shoelaces Are Untied. There wasn't one that I like super duper wanted to give this to, so I gave it to Kill Bill 1 because the shoelaces were untied. There was a lot more to the story. And as like good as an ending as Kill Bill 1 is, where Bill basically reveals, like, does she know that her daughter is still alive or whatever? Such a good ending. It really is such a good ending, but the shoelaces are untied technically, so I can't argue with that. Temple of Doom. I thought you and Addie were conjoined twins. That made me laugh. Doom is my least favorite of the first three Indiana films. Yeah, I mean, I won't say too much more because I say it in my reaction that I'm posting tomorrow. So I'll let the rest be revealed there. But yeah, just having Willie on my mind, Willie Scott on my mind. Ugh. Sorry, girl. Okay. Next award. Let me go in a slightly different order. Next award, let's do Best Worst Villain. And I definitely gave this award to two people this time around. Again, what is eligible is, that was a weird way to say to that, but the movies and TV shows that are eligible are Raiders of the Lost Ark, Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, Severance, Episodes 5 and 6, and Schindler's List. And what are we doing? Best Worst Villain. Best Worst Villain, drum roll, is a doubleheader this time around because obviously it's Amon Goth, Ralph Fiennes' character in Schindler's List. Like, obviously he's the worst villain. He's a despicable dude, and portrayed so well by Ralph Fiennes. But, like, in my head, Best Worst Villain is almost like a villain that's so, like, satisfyingly good. And there's nothing satisfying about Goth. He's the scum of the earth. So I also want to give it to Bill because he was a great villain. And, he's someone that you can eventually come to see his point of view a little bit with, even though I was very frustrated with him throughout, especially part 2, once we actually met Bill and everything. But yeah, so I feel like I can't not give the villain award to Goth, but then if that makes any sense at all, where I like to give the best worst villain to like a really like juicy villain role, then that's also why it's Bill. So it's a double header, two-header. Okay, what other? Oh, have you ever had to go to the other side of the country for your job in the film industry? No. I don't know why I even thought about that. No, I have traveled within the state, and like been far enough away where they had to put us up in a hotel, like traveled a few hours within the state. But no, I've never been across the country yet. One day. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Cobell absolutely is a great villain as well, but I don't know. I feel like I gave it to her last month, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, no, I didn't. I gave it to Ordell and Jackie Brown and the Mayor and Jaws. That's why I like having it in this little book. I can just see what I did last month really quick and whatnot. My favorite villain is Go-Go from Kill Bill Volume 1. Is that the girl with the ball and chain, right? Am I not mistaken? She was incredible. Okay. Let's move on to the next award, which is No Blinking. And that, for me, is just, the movie that I could not peel my eyes away from the screen. Like, I was so invested or so enthralled or whatever. And it's going to Kill Bill Volume 1, specifically Volume 1, just because I loved Volume 2 as well. If anything, I might like Volume 2 maybe even better than Volume 1. I don't know. I feel like it's just a continuation of the same story, but specifically Volume 1 is just so action-packed and you can't look away. I think that Volume 1 is definitely the winner of the No Blinking Award for me in my books, between Raiders of the Lost Ark, Kill Bills, Severance, and Schindler's List. Yeah. Sorry, I just randomly started reading the chat. And after I finish the awards as well, like if there's any other questions or whatnot, we'll have a whole more conversational moment towards a little bit later as well. But we are over halfway through the August Choice Awards. So let's just keep going. Mr. Misunderstood. I I have 2 for this, and one is Bill, because I definitely, I feel like everyone is I feel like Bill is very easy to misunderstand. Like, I don't like him. I still don't like him. I'm angry that he went to the lengths that he did, and, was what Beatrix did okay? Not necessarily. No, she did just run away from, I guess, her boyfriend, or I guess, I don't know if were they even official? That's my question. Because he seemed to, like, he always had these little pet names and stuff for the other girls around him. So I don't know. Was he just a womanizer? And Beatrix was just one of them? But anyway, I feel like, you know, by the end of Kill Bill 2, especially just that monologue towards the end that he has that actually really does explain his point of view of like, I thought you were dead and then you weren't and then you were getting married and blah blah blah. Yeah, he's the perfect Mr. Misunderstood. Even though like I feel like especially because even by the end of Kill Bill, I still was like, but I think that he was misunderstood a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. I keep getting distracted trying to read the chat and then it moves, so then I'm not actually even really reading anything. So I will catch up on that in just a moment. Let's just power through to the end of our awards here. What do I have left? Favorite ending goes to Kill Bill Volume 2. Because Beatrix got away. She got it all. Yeah. I was just starting to overthink that a little bit more just now. I was thinking through it. I was like, I guess it is pretty sad that she also does kill the father of her child, but I think that's just what had to happen in that movie, in that scenario, unfortunately. But it was just like an epic ending as well. And even though the fight, like I feel like technically was anticlimactic. Obviously, he just got the little 5-finger heart thing really quickly, and there wasn't really much of a fight at all. But it also was like a cool choice, and I've heard that was because there wasn't really the budget for another big blowout fight, and I just think that's funny. So yeah, that's my favorite ending. But then like honorable mention on a much more serious note, Schindler's List is definitely a really great ending and a really impactful ending. Okay, just 2 more. Let's do Peanuts Pick first. So Peanuts Pick, it could be a movie, it could be a character in a movie. And so this time around, Peanuts Pick, he told me he wants it to go to Raiders of the Lost Ark so that he can hang out with that Nazi monkey and maybe knock some sense into that Nazi monkey. Which also, I just have to say, if y'all saw my Raiders of the Lost Ark reaction, I did not realize what that monkey was doing when I was watching this movie. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like I just like blinked every time he, any moment where you could kind of tell that the monkey was actually not good. I was just distracted by his cuteness, and then when I was editing it, I was like, wait, that's not a good monkey. Even though he's cute, that was not a good monkey. So then I was kind of embarrassed that I didn't catch that at all throughout the whole movie. Oops. Okay. Oh, and then we do have Camilla's Oscar, but I will get to that in just a moment. I'm going to read what's going on in the chat here for a moment. The Ball and Chain is called A Mace. Any horror movies planned for October? Camilla needs to go full horror for October. I will start talking about that in just a second here. I have a lot of things in mind, and then a lot of things also are going to be voted for on my Patreon. But there will definitely be horror movies. I'm going to do exclusively horror movie polls. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second here. Have you planned the movies for the Halloween month? I will get to that very soon. Oh, a mace and a flail apparently are the names of the ball and chain, or there's technical differences, but Except now she has a little girl who will try to kill her once she grows up. Oh no, I hope not. But yeah, I don't know. It was like a satisfying ending though. Um, yeah, and if she didn't kill Bill, we can't call it Kill Bill. Um, okay. Okay. Now, Camilla's Oscar, drumroll, please, goes to the Kill Bills. I mean, a great month of movies, a lot of great things to choose from, and I feel like Schindler's List is definitely like the best just piece of cinema in a lot of ways, and an important movie, but what I enjoyed the most were the Kill Bills, and I feel like I can say that they're one, especially for Camilla's Oscar. I liked just the whole storyline. So yeah, okay, those are the Choice Awards for the month of August. And yeah, okay, now I'll start talking about the Halloween stuff a little bit. And if you have any questions and whatnot, you can start throwing them below about Halloween or October or about whatever. But I will say I'm planning for my first Halloween poll is going to go up on my Patreon tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm going to be posting, I think, 2 Halloween polls this coming week is what I was planning. But I'm going to be posting 2 or 3 within the next week and a half to 2 weeks, because I'm going to be starting to watch some of them in September so that I can have things ready to post on YouTube for you guys in October. So if you want to be able to give any input, towards what I'm watching for October for Halloween, make sure that you join the Patreon, because I am going to be leaving a lot of it up to my Patreon friends. So I'll tell you what the poll is that I'm putting up tomorrow is going to be. 1 second. I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't think I wrote it physically. I wrote it on my, yes, I wrote it on my notes app. Okay, here we are. Okay, my first poll that I'm posting, basically also, just to give you guys all a little Halloween history rundown. There's not much to it. I've not seen almost any Halloween movie. The only one that I could think of when I was looking through all the Halloween movies that exist is Halloween Town. I saw as a kid. I think I saw it a few times. I don't know if it was a Disney movie or if it was just shown on Disney a lot, but I've seen Halloween Town. And I feel like that is not the most popular movie as far as what people are wanting to watch on YouTube and everything anyway. So I've seen that. And then as far as horror movies go, I've seen Midsommar. I saw oh my gosh, what are they called? Paranormal Activity. I think I saw one of those when I was a kid, like, or in middle school or something, like at a sleepover or something, but I don't even know which one I saw, and I'm not even considering watching any Paranormal Activities at this point. I feel like there's a lot more iconic movies to be seeing first. And I have seen Hereditary, but I don't really remember any of it, other than the, like, pole and the little girl. I remember that part, because that's just, like, that scarred me. But I don't remember the actual, like, plot and what was going on and everything. I mean, I remember, like, Toni Collette being in it, and I think being creepy. Maybe she was possessed. I don't really know. I'd love to rewatch Hereditary at some point, but I don't think that's going to be in the running this year. There are so many of these, like, truly classic Halloween movies. At least I feel like they're classics that I haven't seen. So Oh, you've got a stretch. Hey, buddy. So, the poll that I'm putting up tomorrow is going to be our first Halloween poll, and it's just going to include some of the movies that in my head are like very classic Halloween movies that I haven't seen. I don't know if everyone would consider them classics or what, but my poll going up on Patreon tomorrow is going to include A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Scream. And to be honest, we might end up watching more than one of those. Like, whatever doesn't win that poll will probably go on other polls throughout next month and a half or so. But that is going to be the first one. Okay, what is going on over here? The Exorcist and The Shining, those are both going to be on my horror movie poll as well. I guess I'm just revealing on my cards what I'm planning to do for some of these polls coming up. Okay, we've got a lot of different suggestions coming in. The Princess Bride, that is not a Halloween movie, but I did watch that earlier this year. I watched it for Valentine's Day. It won our Valentine's Day poll way back when. And that is on YouTube, and the full length is on Patreon. So you can check it out on either of those platforms. What else? Did you see Saw? I have not seen Saw. Midsommar is a comedy. I feel like when I watch it now, I can laugh at a lot more parts than I necessarily did the first time I saw it. A Quiet Place. I watched A Quiet Place, actually, I think it was like maybe the fourth thing I ever watched for the channel. And so it's on YouTube and Patreon, I believe. It should be. And yeah, it's one of my earlier videos though. So, you know, it might not be quite as good of a reaction. I don't know. I feel like I've like started to figure out slowly. Some people may not always agree, but I've started to figure out like when's a good time to talk and when are, you know, you can kind of tell what the pacing is going to be and like when's a good moment to interject and hopefully not talk over too much of what's going on. And it's just a balancing game. So I don't know. I feel like on a lot of my earlier reactions, I feel like I was a little more quiet than anything because I just would overthink like everything that I was thinking about like mentioning. And now I just kind of say it instead of like being like, should I say that? Or is that it? And then I forget what I was even going to say. Okay. Let's see. Halloween would be the obvious choice. I'm guessing this is in reply to me saying what my first poll is going to be. Yeah, so that poll's going up on Patreon tomorrow. Again, those are all like such classics that it's very possible that I might watch at least two of those, depending on what wins. But yeah, we'll see. And I think those are all horror movies as well, right? Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know if they're all like true horror movies. Let me know if you guys would consider them horror movies. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Scream. I also was like very much so trying to not look too far into any of them, so I didn't want to spoil anything for myself. But yeah. Oh, might want to wait on Scream. It spoils other classic movies. I thought that was Scary Movie. I knew that one of the movies at least was, I know that a few like movies that have been suggested, I've also heard that they, you know, it's good to have seen some of these other like classic movies first. But I didn't think that was Scream. I thought that was Scary Movie was one of those because I thought like Yeah, because I know that some of them get referenced and everything. Anyway, but that's good to know. Maybe I won't put it on the poll. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, if I did swap out Scream on my poll, what would you suggest I put there instead? That's like a true classic. And I have a bunch of other polls coming up as well with different themes and everything. Like I'm going to do a horror poll, explicitly horror. That's not just like a classic Halloween movie in my mind, at least. And that poll, I'll just go ahead and tell you, I'm spilling all the beans right now. So I'll tell you what's going to be on the horror movie poll eventually is going to be The Shining, The Conjuring, The Exorcist, and The Thing. It also was just satisfying to me that they all started with the. So, yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas, that is going to be on a poll as well. I'm going to do an animated Halloween poll. I'll just tell you guys all of it. Watch Seven before you watch Saw. I actually watched Seven pretty recently. I think I watched it, maybe it was in July, but it's on my Patreon. And I'm planning to post it in the month of October. So that it'll be there soon. But yeah, I watched Seven, I guess, over a month ago. If you didn't know by chance, I feel like I talk about it a lot, but I work in the film industry, and so for about 6 months of this year, I was on a full-time job, and I think a lot of people know that like film jobs are 12-hour days, sometimes more than that. My specific job, I don't usually go over 12 hours, but if I was on set all the time, then I would be going over 12 hours all the time. But when I was on my full-time film job, I was still posting consistently on my Patreon, but I was not, as y'all could probably tell, putting nearly as much up on YouTube. So I have a huge backlog of movies over on there, of full-length reactions that I am trying to get out now as fast as I can. I'm going to actually even list some of them because it might even answer some of your questions as to if I've seen this movie or that or whatever. But so I've been catching up. Like, so the Indiana Jones movies, the Kill Bills, I watched them like this past spring, early summer. So we are catching up. Let's see what all is on my Patreon that I haven't posted yet. Conclave, The Royal Tenenbaums, Stranger Than Fiction, Mulholland Drive, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That'll be posted tomorrow, though. I'm just going to list them all out because now I'm looking at it. The Big Lebowski, Mulholland Drive, like I said, Death Proof, and also of the movies that I'm listing, let me know what you would be most excited to see a reaction for sooner than later, because I'm starting to kind of go out of order as to what I'm posting versus like what order I posted them on Patreon in and everything. So yeah, and some of these I might not ever end up editing for YouTube just because they might not do that well. And if there's other movies that I want to get out instead, then, you know, maybe I'll just leave them as a little Patreon exclusive. But if you're hearing some that you think should be posted soon, let me know. I'd be curious to know your input. Okay. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Also, 7, Field of Dreams, Inglourious Bastards, Zero Dark 30, Superbad, All Quiet on the Western Front, Back to the Future, Parts 1, 2, and 3, No Country for Old Men, Sicario, Django Unchained, and Manhunter, which I just posted on there today. And then all of Severance Season 2 is on my Patreon, so I have watched all of that. Okay, so let me see if any of y'all have any opinions of what I should be posting. many reactors talk more than they're observing and everything. Yeah, I totally get that. I just feel like at the beginning, I think that I in my head was overthinking things too much. But it is very important to find that balance. And I probably do talk over things too much sometimes, but yeah, to try to not, for sure. But that's also why I like subtitles, because if I do miss something, then I at least can check back in. So would you say working in the film industry is an actual horror movie? I won't say anything. Just kidding. No. The beans have been spilled. So true. Okay. Oh, my thing is like refreshed weird. So I'm going back a little bit now to see what I've missed. Okay, Scream is a meta movie about like other famous horror movies. Okay, I probably will take Scream off for this year then, even as a contender, because I need to see all the actual classics first. Scary Movie is a comedy parody of Scream. Oh my gosh, this is complicated. Okay, I'll come up with something else to put on that poll that I'm posting tomorrow of like classics. But I'm also gonna try to make sure it's not on a different poll because, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Rosemary's Baby is a good horror movie. Recommended. Let's see. Strange Darling. I haven't even heard of that. Just joining. Hi, Steven. Wes Anderson. Life Aquatic. I do want to watch the rest of the Wes Anderson movies that I haven't seen. Eventually. There's so many things to see. Evil Dead. Mulholland Drive will leave you very confused. It did, but you can wait till I eventually post that reaction, I guess, to see, or go see it on Patreon. I'm trying to remember if you reacted to Silence of the Lambs. I have, and that is on YouTube. It was posted, I think, in February, so you can definitely go back and find that one. But I actually just watched Manhunter, and that was posted on my Patreon today. So more Hannibal Lecter. And I'll probably post Manhunter in the month of October as well, even though it's not like a Halloween movie, but horror, so. Okay, some people are saying No Country for Old Men would be great to post sooner than later. Back to the Future and The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski is going to go up next week, I think. I'm going to be editing that very, very soon. And Back to the Future, I think I'm going to wait till after October because, again, if you're here, then you're getting the beans. I'm spilling them. So, yeah, I'm just giving you my whole little insight into my brain as to where I'm thinking, where and when I'm thinking of posting some things. But I'm going to post, I think, the first Back to the Future on November 5th because in the first one, they go to November 5th or something. And then I'll post 2 and 3 shortly after that. Any Alien or Predator plans? Maybe I could put those on one of the polls. I definitely have a lot of polls that I'm planning to put up for all of this Halloween stuff. Okay. Oh, there's other Nosferatu movies? I thought that the one that came out at the end of last year was the first one, so that's interesting. Candyman, Hellraiser, those aren't like on my short list of movies for the month of October after I kind of was getting input and seeing what was suggested the most, and also I just feel like I need to do like the true like classics first, just to get them out of the way, see what they're all about, and be able to like compare other things to that. My favorite Wes Anderson movie is The Fantastic Mr. Fox. I haven't seen that, but I was in the stage version of the show when I was a kid, and I do want to see that. Okay. No Country. What about Poltergeist? Maybe. I'm curious what that's about, but obviously I don't want to know too much, but even just like the little log line or something. But yeah, okay, so my first poll for Halloween movies is going to be that classics poll. I'll probably replace Scream with something else, but if you're on my Patreon, it'll be going up tomorrow. And then I'm going to do like a true horror movie poll. Not true, but like horror movies that because I'm not looking into like any of these movies truly. I don't know for sure if they're like associated with Halloween at all, but all of the ones going up tomorrow are kind of associated with Halloween in my mind at least. So Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Scream, but I'll replace Scream with something else. I'm saying the same thing over and over right now. Moving on, my horror movie poll I mentioned earlier is going to have The Shining, The Conjuring, The Exorcist, and The Thing on it. So I'm scared. I wonder what's going to win that. I'm scared. Then I'm also planning to put up like a comedic Halloween movie poll, which I'm going to narrow it down a little bit more. Actually, I'll probably take Scary Movie off since that is based off of Scream, and I probably won't be watching Scream this year. So I'll go ahead and put a little cross through on my notes app over here. Crossing out Scream, and I'm crossing out Scary Movie. I'm going to hold off on those, I think. But on my short list of comedic Halloween movies, or like lighter Halloween movies, just more happy-go-lucky, potentially, hopefully, Hocus Pocus, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Practical Magic, What We Do in the Shadows, and Death Becomes Her are all on my shorter list of like lighter Halloween movies, comedic. Whether or not any of them are actually comedic, they might not be comedic, but yeah, lighter. So those 5, and maybe I might take off one of those. I personally would love to see What We Do in the Shadows because I watched the TV show that just wrapped its final season. I don't know if the final season came out at the beginning of this year or at the end of last year, but it was such a good show. I don't know if any of y'all have seen What We Do in the Shadows, but it is such a fun show. It's really funny, and I loved it. So it made me curious to see the movie, which came out before the show did. And I think it's a completely different cast, but same creators, I think. I don't know. But that's the one that I think would not win the poll at all. So we'll see. I'm also going to do an animated Halloween poll. So that'll have The Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, Coraline, and Monster House, which is a movie I hadn't even heard of. But yeah. And then there's probably going to be a few other polls sprinkled in that I just haven't planned yet. I might do like a rejects poll of a combination of some of these things, and whatever didn't win, put some of them in a poll. I'm also probably going to, for a few of these, I'll probably end up making a little executive decision and just, even if something loses, maybe I'll watch the winner and something from a poll. Like, I mean, especially the one that I'm posting tomorrow, if I'm being honest. Those are so many classics that maybe the poll tomorrow will just more so be for what am I going to be watching first, you know? But yeah, okay, let's see. Have you seen Psycho? I have not. I'm trying to think of like what the poster for that even looks like. Let me look it up really quick. Let me just look it up on my phone, actually. Wait, where is my phone? What? Oh. Found it. Oh, 1960. Oh, maybe this should go on the classics poll, because that's an earlier... Norman Bates. Is this not... Are these the same characters as American Psycho? Because I thought that was, like, the name of the character that Christian Bale plays in American Psycho. Oh, this is a Hitchcock movie. Ooh, okay, maybe this should go on the little classics poll. I'm gonna write it down. Maybe that'll go on tomorrow's poll. We'll see. But definitely taking y'all's ideas and suggestions. The Exorcist could be a good replacement film instead of Scream. I would, but it's going to be on my horror movie poll anyway, and I want to save all those 4 movies for my horror movie poll. The Shining, The Exorcist, The Conjuring, and The Thing. What do y'all think will win that poll? Also, I'm curious, between The Shining, The Conjuring, The Exorcist, and The Thing. What do you think will win that poll? Yeah. Not what you want to win. What do you think will win? Creepshow, Blair Witch Project, Hubie Halloween, Night of the Living Dead. Halloween is around the corner. I don't know if that's the name of a movie or if you're just saying that. Oh. This just refreshed. Yeah, no arachnophobia. Nope, never. Sorry, y'all. No. Oh, somebody said Get Out. I guess I have seen Get Out. Again, there are movies that I would love to see again because I know that there's like big plot points that I just don't remember and that I might have not been, like I might not have watched the movie in the most focused setting the first time around. But I've seen all 3 of Jordan Peele's movies. But I mean, Get Out, I think I might have seen it in the theater or shortly after it came out in the theaters. Either way, I saw it a while back, and obviously I remember the general gist of the movie, but I don't remember the details as to like what exactly that family was doing and everything. So I would love to see it again for sure. But I just feel like especially this first Halloween year, I should probably watch things that I've never seen a blip of, you know? I think, yeah. But I remember loving Get Out. I just definitely forget a lot of the details at the same time. And I love the cast of it too. It's such a good cast. Oh, we've got a What We Do in the Shadows fan. Okay, good to hear that the movie is good as well because the show is just amazing. Yeah, Huey Halloween, I've not heard of that one. I'm seeing that a few times now. Shaun of the Dead. Is that... Okay, there's also a movie called Dawn of the Dead, right? And I definitely... Hold on, now I'm looking this up. I definitely was thinking that one of them, maybe Shaun of the Dead, was like a spin-off or something of Dawn of the Dead, but I don't know if that's Shaun of the Dead, 2004. This is a Halloween movie? I guess I did see people suggesting this. I think I did. Oh, directed by Edgar Wright. What? Interesting. Dawn of the Dead. Oh, maybe it's not then, because they came out in the same year. So I'm guessing it's not like a spin-off. I don't see how it would be. Oh, and that's a Zack Snyder film? What? Okay. We're learning a lot of new things here today. Ooh, it refreshed. I was reading. People are saying what they think will win that horror movie poll. Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber. I would love to watch that because, I mean, I'm a musical theater kid at heart. I went to school for musical theater. So I definitely would love to see that movie. I've never seen it. I actually don't even... I know a lot of music of the stage show, which I'm guessing is probably also in the film. But I don't know the story, really. But I know the music. Yeah. Let's see. People are thinking The Thing will win the poll. That is actually the last one that I was thinking would win this poll, but I'm usually wrong about, like, whatever I think is going to win a poll. I'm usually wrong. I'm starting to learn. Patrick Bateman is the character from American Psycho. Okay. Yeah, people are saying The Thing might win. Interesting. Well, we'll see. It's going up tomorrow, so we'll see. I have not seen Shaun of the Dead. And Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've actually been to, I don't know how many places do this, but it's a big thing here. There's a Rocky Horror Picture Show at this, like, classic, timeless movie theater here in Atlanta. It's a famous theater. But on Fridays, I don't know if they still do it, but I went to it like once in college and once in high school. They do a showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show at like midnight, and then they have like performers in front of the screen on the stage, because there's a stage, doing Rocky Horror, like performing Rocky Horror at the same time. And I don't think they're actually like mic'd and speaking or anything, but yeah. And then the audience, like, there are all these like little shout out quote things in Rocky Horror throughout the movie that are like call and response type of things. It's like church, but Rocky Horror. And so I guess I have seen Rocky Horror from going to those shows. And I love the music. It's such a fun show. It's a fun one. Okay, Chills, Goosebumps, Creep Show. You guys, I don't think I think I would, arachnophobia is a hard no for me right now. Maybe years down the line, maybe I will be able to tolerate spiders better on screen, but as of right now, Sorry. Pet Cemetery. Okay, we're definitely getting a bunch more suggestions. Okay, nobody has said The Conjuring though, so it sounds like The Conjuring might not win this poll, but I guess we'll just have to see. People were saying mostly The Thing, but definitely a little bit of support for The Shining and The Exorcist. Shaun of the Dead is a zombie comedy and Dawn of the Dead is a zombie horror. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, when I Googled it just now, I see that somebody said, Thomas said that Dawn of the Dead is a 1960s zombie movie. When I Googled it just now, only the 2004 one popped up. So I guess that's a remake or something. Okay. I see. Okay. Thank you guys for clarifying that for me, because I definitely was not aware of that at all. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of people are saying The Thing. Cool. In my mind, that is the least, at least like to me, I was the least aware of The Thing compared to those other movies. The Shining, The Exorcist, The Conjuring. Okay. Oh, hi, James. Thank you for the super chat. What are your views on White Lotus season 3? I have to like dive back into that headspace a little bit more. I remember I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I feel like so much of the fun of White Lotus, honestly, just kind of a lot of the HBO shows in general that I've seen at least. So White Lotus in its previous years as well, and I feel like The Last of Us also. Part of the fun of the White Lotus is just like the online discourse, the real life discourse. Like while I was watching it, most of my prop team was also watching White Lotus, and so it was really fun to like come to work on Monday and be like, "Did you watch last night? Oh my god!" Da, 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 da. Let's see. Very brief White Lotus season 3 spoiler. So if you don't want to hear it, just mute me for like 10 seconds. But I was so mad that Amy Lou Wood had to die. I was so mad. She was the best character, and I was so afraid it was going to happen, but then I didn't think it actually would, because they kept like hinting. She had so many ominous lines that I was like, it's not going to be her. Like at this point, that would just be stupid. And I mean, I really was very frustrated with Rick because his ego and his whatever had to get in the way. But I mean, I feel like for me, do I think it's the best season of White Lotus? Probably not necessarily, but I had so much fun watching it. And at that point, I can't complain too much because I think it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the 3 women. Wow, I don't even remember all of the character names anymore. Laurie, I think, was the one played by Carrie Coon. And then her 2 friends, the actress and the lady from Texas, Sam Rockwell's wife. Sam Rockwell's character coming into the show was really fun. And I mean, he had just like an iconic introduction and monologue. I feel like it was such a really entertaining season still, and a very good season. So, you know, I had fun. I had a lot of fun watching it. Let's see. Exorcist is more of a psychological horror more than anything. Okay, that I almost enjoy. Like, I sort of enjoy psychological. Like, I more so enjoy psychological thriller. I feel like there's a difference a little bit. But that makes me feel better about the possibility of watching The Exorcist this year, because I've been scared to, mostly because my friend Addie, if y'all watch her stuff, you probably know, because she always tells me that she's never going to watch it and that it's going to be like so freaky or something. I think she said because of possession. I think she's scared of like people being possessed or something. So then that has, I think, built up a lot of anxiety in my mind around The Exorcist, but I'm still going to put it on polls and stuff because I think I could be okay. But if it is more so a psychological horror, I can definitely handle that. I can handle that. I watched Manhunter last night and went to sleep just fine, okay? Went to sleep. You know, I had sweet dreams. I had no nightmares, but maybe I will tonight. We'll see. When are you going to begin your journey into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Maybe sometime like next year. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking a lot of things are going to be left up to my Patreon a lot of the time for sure. So eventually I'll give it as an option on a poll, but Um, for me, I kind of want to watch like Star Wars first because I haven't really truly seen any of the classic Star Wars. I've seen like clips of it. I know a lot of the characters. I know that Darth Vader is Luke's father or whatever. Luke, I am your father, I think is the line. But I know less about Star Wars overall, and I've worked on a Marvel movie before. I worked on Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. And so from being on that movie, I know a little bit about Marvel, and I've seen both of the Black Panthers. I saw the first Iron Man movie when it came out, and I've seen like some clips of things. I'm trying to think because Marvel is so convoluted a little bit. I was like, what else have I seen? But I don't know. I think I saw the Brie Larson one, the Miss Marvel? Is that the name of it? I think I saw that like when it came out with a friend, but I don't remember what the heck happened in that movie. But anyway, so I feel like I know a little bit more about Marvel, not everything, not everything at all, than I do about like Star Wars. And if anything, maybe I should watch like DC stuff first. Like maybe I should watch the Batman, especially the Chris Nolan Batman and all of that, because I don't really know anything about that, I don't think. So basically, I'm just debating a lot of things in my mind. But I feel like we'll probably watch other franchises before Marvel, just because I know a little bit about Marvel and there's a ton of things that I don't know anything about. But I definitely, I mean, eventually, and then now I'm going on a rant, but I feel like a huge reason of me starting this channel, I mean, there's movies across all types of genres that I want to see, but a big reason of me wanting to start it has been to see the true, like, I don't know what the right word is, but like more like cinematic classics. And I guess, I don't know, I feel like I will probably be proven wrong by a lot of like Marvel movies and superhero movies and whatever. But those just haven't been on like the highest part of my list. But I will be watching them. Do not get me wrong. I will. It just like, I don't know how soon, you know? Maybe I'll do a poll for like Star Wars, Marvel, DC. Is there anything else to include in there? I guess maybe Star Trek, but yeah, it's like just for the fun of it, see what wins that. But then with Marvel, I kind of know where to start. I think you start with Iron Man. With DC, I have no idea where to start. Okay, that was a really long rant. I'm sorry, I've missed some of these. Okay, hi Alex, thank you for the super chat. Will you react to Nope? My girlfriend and I saw it in IMAX when it first came out, and we both enjoyed it. I've seen all of Jordan Peele's movies, actually, so I have seen Nope. So not this year, maybe in a future year when I do go back and start kind of rewatching things. But I've seen Get Out, I've seen Us, and I've seen Nope. You know, at the time, I had no idea that I was going to be starting a reaction channel. But moving forward, I probably won't watch, as much as I would love to, Jordan Peele movies as soon as they come out. I'll wait so that I can watch them on the channel, because so far they have been like just really, really great movies. Have you seen Final Destination? I have not. Are you near Los Angeles or interested in an agent? I am not in Los Angeles. I'm on the East Coast, and I'm eventually going to try to get an agent for directing, but that's a whole thing to do. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That is a disturbing title. Is that a comedy? That sounds like it would have to be a comedy, but I don't know if it is. Hi, Uber Durable. I hope I said that right. Oh, I see. That was the same comment, the same person. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'll look this up right now. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. I'm curious if this is... Oh, it is a horror movie. That is just such a funny title. Oh gosh. Okay, that's not on like my short list for stuff this year. Again, I feel like I'm just trying to watch like the really, really famous. Like I feel like there's going to be a ton of people who are saying you're watching like the basics and whatever, but I feel like I just kind of have to see it at some point. I've got to see the basics, the classics, the whatever. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be branching out too much this Halloween season, but we'll see. White Lotus was a lot of fun. I hate how they got rid of Tanya. I missed Tanya, of course, but I do feel like Parker Posey kind of filled a little bit of that similar type of comedic role, and I mean, was just a delight on screen. Okay, let's see. What else has everyone been talking about? Okay, a lot more suggestions. What about Friday the 13th? Friday the 13th will be on tomorrow's poll going up on Patreon. So we'll see if it wins. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Did y'all say what you think will win for tomorrow's poll? If I put on Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and what is going to be the fourth one? I wrote down the suggestion of Psycho. It'll probably be Psycho. What do y'all think will win of those four movies of that poll? Is Darth Vader being Luke's father even a spoiler at this point in life, in pop culture? Is that going to be a problem that I already know that going in? I mean, I think he is, right? But I don't know the whole backstory. That's for sure. Okay, there's no jump scares in Exorcist. Okay, I like the sound of that. Godzilla -1. Oh, Captain Marvel. Yeah, Miss Marvel is the TV show. And yeah, okay. I definitely know about the TV show because I know people who worked on it because they filmed it here. Okay. Let me see. I'm just gonna catch up on all of this. Chris Pine is in some of the Star Treks? What? That might get me to watch it sooner. I didn't know that. Phantom of the Opera or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay, I don't know Jekyll and Hyde. I don't fully know the story of it as much as I know Phantom of the Opera. I'm very versed in Phantom of the Opera. I went through a Phantom of the Opera like phase in high school where I was obsessed with it because I loved the music. And yeah, so I would say Phantom of the Opera. I like that one over... I don't know if you're suggesting that I watch those or if you're asking which one I like better. But I've seen Phantom of the Opera, so I've seen it and I like it better because it's the only one I've seen. I've not seen Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because I'm pretty sure that's an actual film as well, right? Okay. I'm gonna catch up and start wrapping this up soon. Yeah, I've heard that the Final Destination movies are fun. I've definitely heard that before. Let's see. Watch whatever you want. Don't worry about the contrarians. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I will, but it's always in the back of my mind. I'm like, oh well, oh well. um, oh, 3 subsequent adaptations of The Body Snatchers have been made after the 1956 version. Ah, I see. Okay. 1978, 1993, 2003. Ooh, okay. I didn't know that was a whole franchise. Okay, people think Halloween will probably win. Okay, cool. And again, honestly, especially the poll tomorrow, we might end up watching at least 2 of those movies. But yeah, just don't watch The Exorcist late at night. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to make sure that I watch all of my Halloween movies, horror movies at least, during the daytime. Okay. All right, I'm gonna slowly start wrapping this up, you guys. But if you have any other like questions or whatever, throw them in the chat before I fully wrap this up. And oh my goodness, look at this guy! Look at him. Peanut has been having the nap of his life during this live. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming to join me for this live today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you just having the best time? Are you just so comfy? Oh, he is so comfy. He is faded. Okay. Yeah, thank you all for choosing to spend whatever amount of time of your Sunday with me here today. Sorry again that I was a little bit late, but I don't think that technical issue should happen again because I at least have eventually figured out how to fix it. So, Chris Pines is in the reboot of the Star Trek movies. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Yay, people like Peanut. People liking Peanut makes me very happy. Oh, Halloween has jump scares, but it's manageable. Okay, cool, good to know. Well, that poll's going up tomorrow, so you can vote on it then. Okay, thank you all again for being here, and I'll see you soon. We'll do this again next month, okay?